Garlic, a humble yet powerful spice, is not merely an ingredient in the kitchen. It also embodies the dedication and skill of those who cherish the land. The journey of the garlic bulb starts with honest farmers, willing to devote their lives to each plot of farmland, every drop of rain, every handful of earth. To produce delicious, flavorful garlic, farmers must select nutrient-rich soil that is loose and well-drained. They scoop up the soil, inhale its rich, earthy aroma, and feel the life teeming within. Before planting, they carefully plow, enrich with organic fertilizer, entrusting their hopes and dreams to Mother Earth. Each clove of seed garlic is gently placed into the ground by rough, calloused hands that still convey tenderness. In their eyes glimmers the promise of a plentiful harvest. Throughout the growing season, the farmers watch over every small change. They patiently water and tend the field, sometimes sweating under the sun, but always with a warm heart. They guard against pests, unpredictable weather, and weed the fields to ensure the garlic receives enough space and nutrients. Their hands are like those of artisans, lovingly nurturing each leaf and stem of the garlic plant as it reaches toward the sunlight and wind. When the garlic leaves start to wither and turn yellow, that is the moment the farmers have been waiting for. With gentle care, they loosen the soil with a hoe and lift the garlic bulbs as though raising a precious gift from the earth. Without hurry or noise, each bulb is a gem, a product of sweat, effort, and love for their craft. After harvesting, the garlic is cleaned to remove dirt and grit. The farmers meticulously sort the bulbs. The round, snowy white ones are kept, while those that do not meet the standard are used for other products. To preserve the full flavor, garlic is stored carefully in a dry, well-ventilated environment. Some places even use modern technology, lightly freezing the bulbs to extend their shelf life. Regardless of the method, the ultimate goal is to maintain their pungent, nutrient-rich taste. When the garlic reaches consumers, it is not simply a spice, but a testament to the devotion and skilled hands of the farmers. Each pungent clove, with its sweet aftertaste and gentle heat, not only stimulates the palate, but also imprints on our minds the story of people living harmoniously with the land, loving nature, and treasuring each harvest as if it were their very lifeblood. As spring arrives, in the vast open fields, hard-working farmers begin the process of planting cabbages. The soil is meticulously tilled and enriched with organic fertilizer to ensure a loose, nutrient-rich medium. Tiny cabbage seeds, seemingly fragile yet brimming with vitality, are gently sown into the earth. With warm sunshine and favorable rains, tender green sprouts begin to emerge, as if making a sweet promise of the harvests to come. In the early stages, the cabbage leaves are delicate and pale green, gradually deepening in color over time, signaling that the plants are growing strong. The farmers are not merely working, they are living in harmony with the fields. They carefully water the rows, watch out for pests and weeds, tending each cabbage plant with the devotion one reserves for a cherished child. Whether under scorching sun or sudden downpours, they persevere. For in their hearts, they know each cabbage leaf is absorbing the essence of the earth and sky. After about 60 to 90 days, when the cabbages have grown to full size, their leaves curl tightly into firm, rounded heads. This is when the farmer's deft hands approach the rows, bending down to cut each cabbage while leaving a bit of its stem intact for easier transport without damaging the leaves. The soft snip of the blade against the stem feels like a burst of joy after so many days of anticipation. The freshly harvested, crisp cabbages are taken to storage facilities. There they are cleaned, with older leaves removed, and then sorted by size and quality. The perfectly round, snug-headed, undamaged cabbages are chosen to be sold fresh. As for those that don't meet the standard, the farmers make sure nothing is wasted. They can be processed into pickled or salted cabbage, or even used as animal feed. Every gift of nature is utilized, leaving nothing to go to waste. To preserve their delicate sweetness, natural crunch, and mild fragrance, cabbages need to be stored in a cool, airy place with moderate temperatures. Some farms even employ cold storage to extend the cabbage's shelf life, ensuring that when they reach consumers, they are still as fresh and vibrant as the moment they were harvested. When you hold a round, tender cabbage in your hands, remember that it is not just an ingredient for your meal. It represents the essence of the land, the sun and rain, and the skillful, heartfelt care of the hometown farmers. They have quietly infused each layer of leaves with their love for the fields, their hope, and their respect for what nature bestows. Every green, tightly layered leaf tells a story of people, of homeland, and the rustic, honest flavors that life generously offers. Across the sprawling fields, strawberries are sown in the warm days of spring. With calloused hands and eyes brimming with hope, the farmers carefully select the strawberry varieties best suited to the local climate and soil conditions, then plant them into meticulously prepared earth. No modern machinery can fully replace their love and perseverance, as each tiny seed is gently pressed into the moist soil, carrying with it the promise of a bountiful harvest. Throughout the strawberry's growth, the farmers face countless challenges. From heavy downpours and scorching sun to sudden pest infestations, they must constantly observe, adjust, and tend to their crops in a timely manner. They water regularly, yet must calculate carefully to avoid waterlogging or drought. They weed the fields, apply organic fertilizers, and protect the plants from insects and birds. Every step demands meticulous care, patience, and sometimes beads of sweat rolling down their foreheads. When the strawberries begin to shift in color, from green to pink, and then a vibrant red, their gentle scent drifting through the air, the farmers know they have overcome the hardest part. Although modern preservation and packaging technologies now allow strawberries to remain fresh throughout the year, the moment when the farmer bends down to pick each plump, ripe fruit by hand still celebrates the quiet effort behind the scenes. On large-scale farms, certain modern machines can speed up the harvesting process, but farmers still must personally inspect each row, select only the finest fruit, and discard any damaged berries. No matter how advanced the technology, it is still their sensitivity, experience, and heartfelt dedication to the crop that remain essential. Every strawberry is carefully cradled and placed into a tray before being quickly transferred to a cool storage area to preserve its sweet flavor. When these bright red, fresh strawberries finally reach the consumer's hands, they are not merely a sweet fruit. They represent the culmination of tireless labor. To attain that sweetness, the farmers have weathered storms and worked through countless nights of worry. The freshly picked strawberries on our table reflect not only the convenience of modern technology, but also the hard work, determination, and deep love for the land and its plants. It is through these diligent hands that nature's gift is transformed into a wholesome sweetness, connecting people back to their rural roots. When the rainy season subsides, the sky clears, and the cornfields stretch out like a vast green carpet before your eyes. The farmers diligently select the finest corn seeds and plant them in moist soil, where life's essence gradually seeps into each cell, carrying the hope of a radiant golden harvest. The land is thoroughly tilled, organic fertilizers applied at just the right time, and cool water evenly poured, all to create a favorable environment for the corn to sprout and thrive. As the corn plants grow, their tender green leaves welcoming the morning sun, the farmers don't just see them with their eyes, they sense them with their hearts. Each leaf stretching out, each tassel fluttering at the top, signals a life in harmony. Tending corn is not merely a task, but a journey woven closely with the earth and sky. The farmers weed out unwanted plants, protect against pests, and carefully cradle each young ear of corn hidden beneath the husk. The rhythm of rural life blends with the scent of damp earth, the early calls of birds, and the soft hum of insects, forming a gentle melody that nurtures the corn as it grows plump and full. When the corn turns a golden hue, kernels heavy with sweet milky juice, the farmers know their efforts have borne fruit. They wait for a sunny day to carefully move through the rows, thoughtfully picking each ear. The soft snap as the corn separates from the stalk evokes a simple, rustic joy. The newly harvested ears are loaded onto carts and taken to a drying yard or storage shed, where they are husked, silken strands removed, then sorted by size and quality. Quality corn is stored in cool, airy conditions. In some places, people still sun-dry corn on bamboo racks under the golden sun and gentle breezes, preserving its natural sweetness and aroma. Larger, more modern farms may keep their corn in cold storage to extend its shelf life. Yet the rustic, familiar taste is always treasured. When the corn finally graces the dining table, whether boiled, grilled, or made into various dishes, each plump, golden kernel carries a delicate sweetness and fragrant aroma. It calls to mind the humble farmer in a faded brown shirt, with calloused yet meticulous hands, devoted day and night to the fields. This is the flavor of the countryside in every kernel. The essence of sweat, sunlight, wind, and the farmer's boundless love for the land and its harvests. Wine, a precious gift from the earth and sky, is the result of meticulous care at every stage of its production. Everything begins in the vineyard, where farmers cherish each cluster of grapes as if they were precious gems. The soil is carefully selected for good drainage and rich in minerals. The climate mild. All these factors lay the foundation for vigorous grapevine growth. The vintner's work is not merely about planting seeds. They diligently remove weeds, control pests, prune the vines, ensuring each cluster receives sufficient sunlight and nutrients. When harvest season arrives, the timing of picking the grapes is calculated with great precision. Only when the grapes have reached their ideal sweetness, acidity, and aroma do skillful hands gently cut each cluster, avoiding any damage to the fruit. Grapes are often harvested by hand, each berry inspected to remove any spoiled ones, ensuring uniform quality. This painstaking attention is the cornerstone of the wine's balanced and refined flavor. Once transported to the winery, the grapes undergo another rigorous selection. Skilled workers check their size, color, and ripeness, discarding any inferior ones. Next, the grapes are gently pressed to separate the must, grape juice, from the skins and seeds. The pressing pressure is carefully controlled since even a slight miscalculation can affect the wine's final taste. The fermentation process is the soul of the wine. Oak barrels or stainless steel tanks are chosen based on the wine style the producer aims for. Temperature, duration, and yeast proportions are finely tuned so that the yeast converts sugar into alcohol slowly and smoothly. Throughout this stage, wine experts taste, observe, and measure alcohol, acidity, and aroma, ensuring every parameter is stable before moving on to the next step. After fermentation, the wine is lightly filtered to remove sediment. The processes of clarifying, racking, and aging the wine are performed with as much care as one would give a newborn. The aging time can last from a few months to several years, depending on the type of wine and the producer's style. Each aging phase is part of an ongoing refinement, allowing the wine to develop complex aromas, a rounded body, and a lingering finish. Everything is done with painstaking care, from adjusting the alcohol levels and clarity to tasting and refining the flavor. When the wine has achieved perfection, bottling is no trivial matter. Bottles, corks, and labels are all meticulously prepared. High-quality corks, sterile bottles, and sharply printed labels honor the sophistication and craftsmanship of the winemakers. Each bottle of wine leaving the cellar carries with it a story of patience, dedication, and love for the craft. Wine is not just a beverage. It is a testament to the harmonious blend of nature, traditional techniques, and modern science. Every drop that falls into a glass represents moments of heartfelt dedication and meticulous effort by those who created it. As you raise your glass and savor its elegant bouquet, gentle sweetness, delicate acidity, and warm finish, you will understand that this is the fruit of a careful, diligent, and deeply passionate production process. On vast farmlands, growing carrots no longer depends entirely on human labor. Modern technology has ushered in a new era, helping farmers lessen their workload while improving the quality and yield of their carrot crops. Before the planting season begins, the soil is plowed and loosened with modern tilling machines. Moisture and pH sensors, as well as drones monitoring the fields, enable farmers to precisely understand soil conditions. When sowing seeds, automatic seeders adjust depth and planting distance with pinpoint accuracy, ensuring that carrot seeds are evenly distributed. This reduces losses and the need for manual labor. Drip irrigation and automatic misting systems operate on an intelligent watering schedule based on weather data, soil moisture, and plant age. Sensors placed in the soil send data to computers or smartphones, allowing farmers to monitor water and nutrient needs at any time. They can control these systems remotely, ensuring the carrots receive exactly the right amount of water and fertilizer, thus preventing waste and environmental pollution. With cameras and spectroscopic sensors, drones or field robots can detect early signs of pests or weeds. By using a smartphone app, farmers can precisely target and apply pesticides only where needed. This method not only saves time and effort, but also significantly reduces the excessive use of chemicals, helping to protect both the environment and the health of farm workers. At harvest time, instead of bending down to pull each carrot from the ground, farmers simply operate modern carrot harvesting machines. Equipped with cutting blades and gentle gripping mechanisms, these machines lift the carrots from the soil, remove excess roots and leaves, and filter out top-quality produce. Thanks to built-in sensors, the machine can adjust cutting speed and depth, minimizing damage to the carrots and ensuring uniform quality. After harvesting, automated washing and sorting lines handle the cleaning of dirt, sand, and impurities. AI cameras and color sensors categorize the carrots by size, shape, and freshness. Those meeting the standards move on to automated packaging systems, sealed in suitable packaging and ready for the market. This entire process is fast, accurate, and much less labor-intensive than traditional methods. Once packaged, the carrots are stored in intelligent cold warehouses. Temperature, humidity, and ventilation controls are connected to a management app, ensuring the carrots remain fresh, sweet, and crisp for longer. Farmers can monitor inventory levels and product quality at all times, enabling quick, informed business decisions. Thanks to modern technology, today's carrot production process is lighter, more efficient, and more sustainable. Farmers no longer toil as before. Instead, they use their knowledge and skills to operate machinery and apply advanced technologies. This results in high-quality carrots that meet market demands and provide lasting economic benefits. From the early days of spring, when the sun's warmth is just right, tiny chili seeds are carefully placed into the earth. The soil, chosen with utmost care and rich in nutrients, is plowed and fertilized with organic matter to promise a bountiful chili harvest. This is not merely a task, but the heartfelt commitment of those who are closely tied to the fields, ready to face every difficulty to bring forth vibrant red chilies with a fiery kick. In the first weeks, chili plants are still fragile and require water, nutrients, and constant attention. Farmers watch every subtle change, from the tender green leaves to the plant's growing height. They adjust irrigation, remove weeds, and cautiously protect against pests, nurturing these plants as if tending to their own offspring. Their calloused hands patiently lift each stem, their eyes scanning the sky and reading the weather. Every gesture reveals a profound responsibility to the land and the crops. When the chili plants begin to bear fruit, farmers are in no rush. They wait patiently until the chilies reach the ideal ripeness, transitioning from green to a deep, fiery red. At this point, the fields seem to burst with clusters of brilliant red blooms, promising a robust, spicy flavor. Harvesting chilies requires both skill and delicacy. Farmers gently pick each one to avoid breaking branches or bruising the skin. Each chili is lifted by hands that know the soil intimately, carrying the spirit of respect for nature and the sweat of honest labor. After harvesting, chilies are sorted by size, color, and quality. The finest chilies become essential spices in meals, while those that don't meet the standard are never wasted. They are transformed into chili sauce, chili powder, or organic fertilizer, continuing the cycle of sustainable agriculture. The process of preserving chilies also reflects this spirit of care and responsibility. Whether dried in the sun or dehydrated using modern technology, farmers always aim to retain their natural heat, color, and aroma. They package the chilies carefully, ready to bring them to market, not just as a cooking ingredient, but as the essence of love, diligence, and a sustainable commitment to Mother Earth. When chilies finally reach the kitchen and find their way into dishes, the pungent heat and aroma evoke the sun-bronzed faces, the strong, practiced hands, and the passionate hearts of the growers. It's not just the spicy flavor you taste. It's the spirit, responsibility, and dedication poured into each seed, each inch of soil through season after season.